Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know, I ask every time that we meet, how are y'all doing? And I want to hear it. I want to hear y'all say, how you doing? Not just all right, but amazing, great. This is going to be the most beautiful day ever. Like, I want us to be speaking things into existence. That is why we are here. This is what we've been talking about for, how long have I been doing this? It's been going on a year. In July, it will be 1 year that I've been doing this every single Wednesday, except for, I think I missed two. Um, so that's what we've been talking about, right? And so I want us to build that habit of speaking things into existence. And even though we may not feel that way, right? Even though our outer situations and circumstances may not be reflecting that back to us, but we have to understand that our thoughts, our beliefs, and subsequently our actions have gotten us to where we are, right? So accept that fact and know that if it's gotten you to where you are, it can get you to where you want to be. So it's all up to you. And it starts today, right? So, right now, as we're talking, as we're speaking, as you're waking up today, this morning, we are affirming that it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. You are going to have divine interactions with people. You are going to be in the right place at the right time. There are going to be things that you couldn't even imagine happen today, whatever it may be. But we're going to affirm the best, that we are going to get the best, that we are going to receive the best, that we are going to see the best today. Today. So I want you to focus on that and really like let me know in the comments like what is it going what's your affirmation for today? What is it going to be? What you going to do today? What's going to be happening today? Who are you going to run into today? Like it's so like oh my gosh, every single day is a new fresh opportunity for you to become and to be the best person that you can possibly be. We keep talking about this, becoming our highest and best selves, right? Today is that day. If you fell off yesterday, then get back on the train today. It ain't too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. Don't allow anybody, including yourself, including your mind, to tell you that it's too late. It is never too late, ever too late. As long as you are breathing, you've got air going through your lungs, you've got blood going through your veins, honey, it's never too late. It's never too late. So use today for all it is worth, and it's worth a whole lot, a whole lot. There's a lot that can be accomplished today, and not just physically, because I know me when people say a lot that can be accomplished, and there's a lot that we can be done, and there's a lot that we can do. Whenever I think of those words, those are like action words for me. So like physical, taking physical actions. Like, yeah, it's a lot of work to be done, right? So what work do I need to do to be able to accomplish my goals? And physical work. It's not always physical. And what I'm learning is that it ain't even half the battle is physical. So when I mean work, it can mean physical for you, and this is why you need to know like where you stand and what you need to do. But it can mean physical for you. But I know for a lot of us, it's mental work to be able to become the best person and the best version of ourselves. So there is a lot of work to be done today. There is a lot of opportunity to be amassed today. So I want you to be looking forward to today, no matter what today seems like it's going to present. Okay? No matter where you are today, no matter how you woke up, you may have woken up on the wrong side of the bed, right? today. But we're going to act as if we woke up on the right side because we did, because we woke up, because you are still breathing, because you have life, because you have purpose, because you are special, because you are unique. What? What more do you need? What more do you need? And you've got every single thing that you could possibly need for today. Okay? You got everything that you need to get through today. So let's focus on today. Let's be in the realm of today and let's deal with today and not think about yesterday, the day before yesterday, last year, or tomorrow, the next day, or the next year. Let's stay in today. Let's stay in today. So that was a whole thing in and of itself, but that just came out. So here we are, another Wednesday, another day to just give thanks, right? We are here halfway through the week. Actually, this is more than halfway because like you only have, well, it is halfway, right? You have 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, and then you have today, and then you got Thursday and Friday left. So hump day, right? But we are almost through the week and it's about to be April. I feel like every time we meet, I just get smacked in the face of just like, wow, time is really flying. So it's the 30th today. So it's not even, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have to check my calendar every time that we talk because the days just catch me. I don't even know sometimes what day it is. So we've got one more day in this month, and then it is April. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's happening quick. So that's awesome. We're going into another month. It's fresh. It's new. Isn't that exciting? Yeah. Even though time is flying, we've got to be excited about this, excited about what's to come because there's so much. There's so much to come. There's so much more in store. I don't care what it is that you thought, it ain't over yet. It's so much more in store for you. So keep that, affirm that. We're going to keep that mindset. So we are going to, right, before I get started and we get into things. So let's go. Dear Lord, thank you for everything that you've done for us and everything that you continue to do for us, Lord. Thank you for being here in this place as you always are. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being there with those who are watching, whether it be live or the replay. Thank you for everything that you've done for everyone on this call, Lord. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your love. I don't know where we would be without it. Thank you for just having our backs, our sides, our fronts, and just having us covered through everything that we go through and everything that we face during a day-to-day basis. Lord, thank you for allowing us to be able to have the strength, to be able to have the courage and the power to be able to go through those things and not look like the things that we've gone through, Lord. I know that everyone on here has experienced or is experiencing some type of obstacle or trial, or there's something that's coming up against them that they're like, what in the world? I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through. But I ask that in this moment, if they are going through something or they're facing something, that you tap them on the shoulder and whisper in their ear and just let them know that they got this, and that you're with them. Lord, I thank you for never leaving our side. I thank you for even when we do stray away, that you're right there waiting for us with open arms, and it's never held over our head. It's never any judgment. It's never any condemnation, Lord. Thank you for just being all that you are. Thank you for leading us. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for just using us. Thank you for the fact that we all have purpose and we all have a calling, Lord. And I thank you that you have the script, you have the map already, you have it all laid out. And all we have to do is just come to you and seek guidance. I thank you for this talk on just knowledge, understanding, and just wisdom, and the root of that, and how we acquire those things, and how we exercise our discernment. And I just thank you for just allowing us another day to just become better, to become more, to become deeper into you, and to deepen our relationship. So I thank you for another day. I thank you for another week. I thank you for another month. We're going into April. I thank you for that. I thank you for everything that's going to come. And I thank you for everything that has come. Lord, just bless this talk. And as always, move me out of the way. So far, put me in the trunk. Lord, take the car, leave me away. Just use me as you see fit, and less of me and more of you. Amen. All right. So, um, good morning. Good morning. So here we are. The title of this is Wisdom, Knowledge, and Understanding. And I want you guys to know kind of where that stemmed from. Okay. So it is, y'all know my story, right? Y'all know my story. So we're still in the same place. It's still where, and if you don't know, then I'll give you a quick little excerpt. But we are, like I said, we're headed into April, and it has still been where I haven't closed anything. Okay. So nothing really has come through, and we are about to go into April. So that is one thing that's going on, right? That's one thing in the background that's going on. And through this whole thing, through everything that's been going on, I've been having a lot of lessons. Like there's a lot of things that how I've been molded and shaped, and honestly, I am currently in my breaking period. So breaking me to be able to put me back together. That's literally what I got in my meditation and devotions yesterday, was like, it's okay. I am breaking you right now. So, and that's what I asked for. And we know this, the people who have been on here, this is what I've asked for. And so I'm getting what I asked for. And so I'm kind of in this transition period, and it's very uncomfortable. It feels as though some of you guys know, and good morning. Some of you guys know, but for you that don't, I am in real estate, and it kind of feels like I'm being transitioned somewhat out of it. And it's just a really weird place to be right now. And so, what I've been told is just to stop, give everything to me, right? Give everything to God, not me personally. But that's what I've been told. So, as far as give everything, as far as career and money, because those are my pressure points. For those that know, y'all know. But for those that don't, I'm just giving you an update. So those have been my pressure points. So I was told to give that to me, give it all to me, and don't even worry about it. Like, I don't want you to worry about it. I don't want you to think about it. I don't want you to make any moves. I want you to give it all to me. So that's what I've been doing. And so here we are going in April, and nothing has come through. So, like I said before, the fire feels like it's being turned up. Each week that we meet, it's a little bit hotter. Y'all don't get me, and my butt might be burned because I'm sitting on the fire. But it's all right. It's all good. So here I am in this space, right? And I'm in this stillness space. I'm in this waiting space. I don't know what it is that you're in the same position. You know how it feels, right? it ooh ooh. Howdy. Look, brother, we together. We together. We together on this, okay? The fire is being turned up, but it's all right because we will make it. And that's the thing that I was told. And this is what we've got to cling on to, is that no matter how high the heat turns up, we know that we're going to come out and we're going to be good. We gonna come out as diamonds, right? So we've got to know that. We've got to know and understand that. So that's where I am. So we've got this thing moving of where we've got months that have happened and nothing has come through. And last month, as I told you guys last week, was the first week that we had to reach into our savings to be able to pay the bills. So then this month coming up, there you go. So in the midst of this happening, in the midst of the stillness, in the midst of the waiting period, opportunities have come my way, and they've looked good. They look really good. It's been like, "Oh, are you for me? Are you for me?" And looking shiny, there's lots of opportunity on the other side of taking that opportunity. And it just looks good. Like things look juicy. It's like, oh, that will give me the income, right? That I want. That will give me not only income, but I can see a straight line and straight trajectory of where, I am right now to where I want to be, right? And I see it. I see it. But one of the things that I've learned is that just because opportunities present themselves, and just because they may be looking shiny and the things look good, and it might be something so juicy that you just want to take, and you're just like, man, it could fit into what I am doing, right? It could be exactly what I want. It could lead me to exactly where I want to go. Even when those things look like that, it doesn't mean that it's for you. But you will not know that unless this is when the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding kicks in. This is when we talk about discernment. We've got to strengthen that muscle, because I will tell you, and my brother, Mr. Smith, I know that you said that you're in the same position as me, but I'm going to tell you this, and this was the same thing that I was told, is that when things heat up and when things turn up, when we start moving, we ain't gonna be crawling. It's no crawling there. It's going to be, it's not even gonna be running, honey. We are going to be on a plane. It's gonna be like, shoop. All right. So this is the thing that I want to make clear. And for anybody else in the same position, or anybody else that's starting beginning to move, then let me tell you this, is that you, like, it is not a, this isn't something, we all have choices, right? We all have choices. We can say yes, we can say no. But this is something that I urge you. You have to exercise your discernment, because the thing is that when the train starts moving, it's going to move fast. And opportunities are going to present themselves like this. And you are going to have to sit there and be able to make quick decisions. It's not going to be something that, oh, okay, well, I don't know, I'm going to see, I'm going to do this, and I don't know, and mull over it. Like, you're going to have to make these decisions, but you're going to have to know, one, how to make the decisions, and two, where to go to, right? And then three, that you can go to that source for anything. And this is any decision that you're making. It's not just big decisions. It's not just career decisions. It's not just money decisions. It is anything. Come to me with anything that you need. So we've got to know, like, we've got to know where to go. We've got to know where we are supposed to go, and we've got to exercise that discernment, and knowing that we are going to be in a position that we've got to make decisions. And I don't want it to be, and that's the way that things happen, right? Right now, I could be really thirsty, right? It could be where fear is creeping up. of just like, man, but you know we need, right? But I don't know how this is going to happen. And because of that, it causes me to make a decision that isn't in my best interest. Because of that, it causes me to make a decision based upon what I think I should do rather than checking in on what I should do. We can't be thirsty out here, y'all. We can't be thirsty. And again, I'm going to say, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what position you are in. You have to understand that it is only right now. Literally, tomorrow, your whole situation can be changed. So you cannot be thirsty in the moment. You can't sit there and say, oh my gosh, I don't have this. So now I have to reach. Right now I have to press. Right now I have to strive. Right now I have to hustle. Right now I have to grab. And I have to I just have to be grabbing at anything. We do not grab at anything. Okay. You are better than that. So just because an opportunity presents itself, just because an opportunity comes your way, does not mean that it's the opportunity for you. It could look great on the outside. It could be great. It could feel great. It could sound great. Everything could be great about it. But that is not something. What we want to get out of the habit of is making decisions for ourselves on our own. Because as I said last week, the more I know, the deeper I get into this, the more I understand that I don't know anything at all. And that right there scared me, and it should scare you as well. It should put you in the stance of where I'm not trying to make no decisions for myself. I'm not trying to. So that's where I want you guys to get. If you are there, bring it back. Bring it back. We ain't making decisions like that because we ain't thirsty and we don't need anything, right? That nothing exterior, nothing, no type of career, no type of job, no type of money. You do not need any of those things, okay? So I want us to, and this is one thing that I've been affirming, right? Because I told y'all money is a pain point for me. Okay, that's my pain point. So my affirmation has been of where I am thanking God for the unlimited bank account that I have just at my disposal, that I just can draw. I can just draw money. And I know the quicker that I draw money, the more comes in, right? It's unlimited. There is just a cycle. It's just a cycle. Things go out, things come back in. Things go out, things come back in. And that's just how it works. I have a magical bank account. My magical bank account is God. He don't fail me, right? So that is the thing. This is whatever your pain point may be, this is what I need you to affirm. There is no lack, there is no scarcity, there is nothing, there is no fear, right? We don't have to make fear-based decisions. There we go. No to fear-based decisions. We don't have to do that because we are not thirsty. We are not thirsty. We got our water, right? We got our water. We're good. We are good out here. We can be in the heat of the desert, honey, and we still not gonna be reaching for water. We're still not gonna be reaching for water because we are that tree that's planted beside water, right? We are constantly, we don't thirst for nothing. Okay. So I want that to be where we are making decisions based on that point, based on that stance. I am not thirsty. I do not need. So I am going to spend time evaluating whether this is an alignment with what I am doing, with who I am, with my values, and where God is leading me to go. Is this an alignment with my highest and best self? Will this bring out the best in me? Will I find joy in this? And that is the other thing that I've been told to prioritize in this walk, right? And is to prioritize my enjoyment, prioritize fun. And you know, one thing that I have realized is that is extremely hard for me to do. And so This is what I'm like, Lord, you've got to, and when people say enjoy the process, like literally enjoy it. Understand that this process is only for your good. It's only to refine you. It's only to make you better. So during the process, do not resent it, because resentment is going to cause resistance, and resistance is going to cause you to come out the same way as you went in, because you are resisting getting better. You are resisting seeing what is being placed right in front of you in the mirror. I ain't trying to see that. I'm not trying to work on that. No, give me something different. Man, don't you see that we need money right now? I ain't trying to work on myself. I ain't trying to be still. Stillness ain't gonna get me no money. Stillness ain't gonna get me paid, right? But I want us to come from a different position and just say, look, this this breaking period, this molding period, this shaping period is only for my good. So as things are being ripped, I am seeing more and more. So if I'm seeing that, wait a minute, I don't I don't prioritize enjoyment. I don't prioritize fun. And it's actually work for me to do that. That's something I need to work on. That's something I need to work through. This is something that I need to focus on. So finding that, and there we go, joy through the journey, and understanding and enjoying the process. We've got to do that no matter where we are, no matter what it's looking like. So trusting him in the midst of a drought. This is, it doesn't, that's what I'm, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are in a drought. It doesn't matter if you like, you can have like a little drip of water, like a little drip of water. And you're just like, man, I don't know where the rest of mine is going to come from. The thing is that you do know where it's going to come from. It's going to come from him. He's got it all there for you. But in this season, right now, we are building up that trust muscle. Okay. So even though this situation is looking like this, it can be this in a matter of minutes, in a matter of seconds, in a matter of days, in a matter of weeks. You know that this is already done. This right here is already done. So where I'm at right now, where you are at right now, is only temporary. And you've got to understand that. We do not make decisions based on a temporary situation. You've got to understand. That's why I said we ain't hungry. We are not hungry in here. We are not hungry. So I'm gonna go to. I'm trying to figure out like which one I want to go. Which one I want to go with. We're gonna read some verses today. We're gonna read some verses. But I'm wondering whether I'm gonna start with Proverbs or whether I'm gonna start with First Kings. So both of them are juicy, y'all. But we're gonna get to both. But I'm just like, where do I want to start first? Lord, where do you want me to start first? So I was drawn to Proverbs. So Proverbs 2, 6 through 11, right? So there are things I just wrote like little excerpts of it. So I'm actually going to pull this up on my phone so we can go through this. Let me see. Okay, so Proverbs 2, 6 through 11. So here we go. Let's go to 6. And I'm going to kind of break it down as we're going. So, for the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. And what we can't even get past this verse first. So, for the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. So that is where my title came from. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, right? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because I want to break this down even further. So we've got the knowledge, right? When you have knowledge, right, you're receiving information. You're receiving information, and we've got it. Like, I'm reading a book, I'm receiving information. Awesome. I've got the knowledge. Okay. And then understanding is a little bit deeper than just having the knowledge. You are giving meaning to that knowledge. Like, it's like, okay, I actually, and I don't want mean to use the same words, but I understand this is seeping in. That knowledge is seeping in, and I am kind of connecting the dots here. So I'm giving meaning to what is actually coming in. I'm filtering it through, I'm giving it meaning. Awesome, great. And then we've got wisdom, which is deeper than both of those. So now with wisdom, we know how to apply that knowledge. So all three of those things, it is saying here that God gives. All three of those. So this is what I'm saying. Like, y'all, when you talk about God's got us covered, honey, it's right there. We've got wisdom, we've got knowledge, and we've got understanding. Not only will it be where we are getting the knowledge, we are being given the knowledge, right? If we don't have it, where to get it, what we should do. There have been times where I've literally been in meditation, and I was told what book to go and get. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had that book. And it's like, read this book, right? So we can be pointed in the direction of where to attain knowledge, right? And then not only that, it's where we will get meaning, right? We will be able to carve out meaning for that. And so that's the same thing. And when I'm going to tell y'all this, start paying attention to your dreams, right? Start paying attention to your dreams. And if it's not something that you've been doing, then this is a muscle that we have to strengthen, okay? So we've got to start being intentional before we go to sleep, right? Whether it's praying and really affirming that we'll be able to remember and recall our dreams, or if it's something that, Lord, if you're trying to speak to me through my dreams, allow me to understand, allow me to take it, allow me to remember it when I wake up, whatever it is that you need to do. But you need to start exercising that muscle as well, because that is another avenue that God uses to speak to us. So even in that, I've had dreams where I've gotten the knowledge, right? That it was there. I got the knowledge, but I needed the understanding. So from that, I was like, okay, this is what's happening. And I see alligators, and I'm riding a horse, and the knowledge was there, but I couldn't really put meaning to it because I didn't understand it. So then I'm like, okay, if I don't understand, but it stood out and I remember it. So I'm going to ask you, how can I understand this? And then from that, I was able to get meaning for the dream, right? And then further from that, I was able to use the knowledge and the meaning of the dream to be able to now apply it to my daily walk and to my daily life. So we've got to understand that these things are readily available to us. So we've got the knowledge, we've got the understanding, and we've got wisdom. So as we go further, he holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless, for he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. So you see all these things that he does for us and for you, right? You see this? So he's a shield. He holds you up. He holds you up. So he stores up sound wisdom for you. He's a shield for you. He guards your path. He watches over you. What more could you want? What more could you want? Right? So we've got to understand, this is why I said that bank account is unlimited, and it's not just money. It is joy, it is peace, it is happiness, it's everything that you are seeking, everything that you are wanting, everything that you are desiring. That's where it is. It's in your unlimited bank account. It's there. It's all there for you, just waiting for you to withdraw. That's it. So all these things he's got for you. So we've got all right, then you will understand what is right and just and fair. Every good path. This is why I say that that is 9. So in Proverbs 2:9, this is why I say that this is important. This is important. It's important, y'all. Like we've got to know. I can't even say how important it is to be able to make the right decisions for you, not the right decisions because it's got the most money. And this is what we do a lot of, and I am guilty of this, okay? Because y'all, look, how many times I gotta say money has been my pain point. Money has been my pain point for a long time. So even when I got out of school and looking for jobs, you know where my eyes went? They went straight to the salary. How much are y'all paying? That's it. And then after the salary, then I'll read the job description. Yeah. Yeah. And that's how I based my decisions. It was not because this is the thing that was an alignment. I didn't even know what would have been an alignment for me at that time. I didn't know because I didn't take the time to figure it out. I didn't know anything about my highest and best self. I knew what I knew today. And today was the fact that I'm trying to make as much money as possible. So that's where my mind went. That's where my eyes went. And that is where I based my decisions off of. It wasn't anything else. But look, how quickly can I, and this is what I hear people talking about this, how quickly can you advance? What does that mean? What is that? Like, let's really read between the lines here. What does that really mean? How quickly I can advance and amass more money? What can I put in my pocket? How quickly can I do? Not whether I rarely hear people like, okay, well, it wasn't in alignment with me. Or let me check and see. When have you said that? When have we said that in the interview? You know what? I'm gonna think on this. Usually when the offer is extended, honey, we jumping all over it. Like, I want it. I want it. And I'm like, we be hungry. We are hungry in that interview. And I want you, if you have an interview, don't be hungry. Don't you dare be hungry. Don't you be hungry. And this is the thing, we're jumping all over it. I don't even know. When I've been extended opportunities in the interview, like, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Like, it's just, I'm taking it. There's nothing to think about. But there is something to think about. So there's always something to think about. In everything that we do, we have choices. And if we have choices, please believe that that is an opportunity for you to exercise that muscle of discernment. So we got to start using them and start looking at the things that we're doing and how we're operating and really understanding whether we are operating out of our decisions, out of something that we consciously said that we were going to do because it is an alignment, or whether we are acting and making movements out of something else, whether it be fear, whether it be worry, whether it because you just hungry, whether because you thirsty, whether it's because you don't know what's going to happen after. And so I just need to take this opportunity, or it could be a lot of times we're moving throughout our day just based on how we've been programmed. Just we got programs running through our head and running through our entire bodies that we don't even know, one, that they are programs, and then two, who put them there. And this is what I'm like, we got to step back and start saying, okay, did I do that? Is that something that I agree with? And we talked about this with regard to our beliefs, but we also have to keep in mind that our programs also dictate our actions. And if we keep allowing them to do so, honey, you don't want to keep allowing them to do so. This is what I'm saying. Today is the day that ends. Today is a new day. Today is the day that we are going to start stepping into our true power. If you haven't already done so, and if you have, we're going to keep stepping in our power, and we are going to say, well, wait a minute. I have the ability to make choices. And if I have choices, that means I can exercise my discernment and I can become better at making decisions. And I can make sure that the decisions that I'm making are in alignment with where God wants me to go and are in alignment with my highest and best self. And so, in order for me to do that, I've got to step back and I've got to start analyzing what it is that I'm doing on a daily basis. It can be certain things like the way that you drive, the way that you drive home to work, the things that you say when you go to work. There were people who were operating when I was working, and we talked about this, where I would be like, well, how you doing? It's Monday. It's Monday, another day, blah, blah, blah. And it's just where they were operating on a program of that it's Monday, right? And Mondays have, for the longest, have been where that's looked upon as like, oh my gosh, it's Monday. We got a whole nother week. We got a whole nother week of work. Oh my gosh. Is that really how you want to feel? Because I know if I would have had I had this knowledge, I would have asked, is that really how you want to feel? Do you want to despise Mondays? Do you want to have low energy on Mondays? Or do you want to find joy in Mondays? Do you want to be happy on Mondays? Do you want to be walking in with a pep in your step on Mondays? Do you want to enjoy the job that you have? These are things that you can ask yourself to be able to turn that perception of because that's all it is. That's all it is. These programs can be just like a computer. This is the same thing, just how you sit there and erase and you can reinstall whatever it is that you want to. You can do the same thing here. But before you decide what needs to be there and what doesn't need to be there, you have to know what's going on in there. So we want to take your car off of autopilot, okay? So we're gonna turn that off. We're gonna turn that off today. So press the button. We are stepping out of our autopilot, and now we're sitting. We're like, okay, now it's stopped, and we've got to analyze what is going on. What is in that GPS? What is playing through your head? What system are you operating with? Is it something old? Are we on, are you operating on the 1999s? Like the dial-ups? What are you doing? The 2000s? Like, are you operating on that? Or what are you doing? What are you doing? What is going through your head? What are the programs that are dictating your actions? The things that you're doing based upon your subconscious, right? When you're not making those conscious actions of just like, okay, I am stepping into this and I'm saying yes. Why are you saying yes? Why are you saying yes? If it isn't a conscious action, why are you saying yes? We can't just jump on opportunities. And I know that sometimes based upon our situation, it makes it hard to be picky. But I want you to know, and this is the thing, you've got to operate in the manner of where I am already that person that I want to be. If your goal is to become a millionaire, you're already a millionaire. If your goal is to become a billionaire, you're already a billionaire. If your goal is to have a nice house, a big house, you already got that nice house. If your goal is to have that career that you are loving, you are enjoying, you like waking up and going to work every single day, you bring joy to other people, you've already got that job, you've already got that career, you're already doing it. And so you got to start acting as if that is the case. Like, I'm already the stuff. Like, you don't need anything else. Like, can we get that confidence? You have that confidence in you. And this is what I'm saying. That higher and best self of yours, that person that's in that position that you are seeking and that you are looking for and that you want to become and that you want to do, that person there, would they be hungry? Would they be just making any old type of decisions? Would they just be going for anything? No, they wouldn't. They would be very picky on what they're doing. No, that's not it. That's not good for my image. You know how the people be saying, that's not good for my image. I don't want it. I don't want it. No, I'm not going to be able to do that campaign because it doesn't align with my goals. We always hear people who have money doing that, right? But I want you to know you are those people. You've got the money. You've got every single thing that you want. So you've got to start moving in that direction. And that's when the things happen. That's when things happen. That's when things start moving. What we've been doing is moving on our programs, moving on our outside circumstance. We've been allowing outside circumstances to dictate how we move and how we react and how we act. And then we wonder, why do I keep getting the same stuff? Why does this keep happening over and over? God, why can't you just deliver me from this? Why can't I get my breakthrough? Why is this not working? It's not working because you ain't working. It's as simple as that. You keep doing this because you're not ready. You haven't said, you know what, wait a minute. Let me stop this. Why I keep going in circles? I don't want to do this anymore. So if I don't want to do this anymore, Lord, reveal to me the program that I have that I need to get rid of, because this ain't working. I don't want to do this. But no, instead of sitting back and being still and really evaluating the programs that are operating and why we keep going in circles, there are a lot of us that keep going in circles. And in fact, we are running even harder in those circles because we think that the harder we move, the harder we hustle, the harder we sit there and grab, the harder we go for opportunities, the harder we work our fingers to the bone, that things will get better. And I'm sorry, you're sadly mistaken if that's the case, if you're thinking that, because it's not. You're just going to keep going like this. It's just going to be you're just going to move even faster going nowhere. I don't want to do that. I gave up giving up energy a long time ago. Like, I said, I don't want to do this. It's been a journey ever since, but I don't want to waste energy. It's too precious. And you've got to understand that too. It is too precious. Just like we're saying, no, we're being picky about what we do and what situations we're going to put ourselves in, or what things we're going to allow to come our way, and what opportunities we're going to take advantage of. We also have to be picky of where we're spending our energy and where we're exerting our energy. All those things are valuable, and all those things money cannot buy. Okay? You cannot buy back time, and you cannot buy back energy. So we want to be very picky and particular on where we are spending that, because that is worth more than that's worth more than it all. Okay. So I want us to be picky. So that's what I'm going to say. And so before we end, I'm going to move to 1 Kings 3:5. Okay. And let me hurry up and get this real quick. I wish sometimes I wish I had two phones so I could just have it. Boom, 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 boom. But it's all right. 1 Kings 3:5. So let's go to this. And I'm going to keep reading, actually. So we're going to start at 5. So we've got, here I'm going to kind of summarize. I'm probably not going to read the entire thing. But verse 5, we got the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream, right? It just said, look, ask for whatever you want me to give you. So I want you to ask yourself, if God said that to you, God just appeared and was just like, look, what do you want? Anything that you want, I will give you. Ask me. What would you ask for? And be real with yourself. This is the time the only way that we can get down to the nitty and the gritty of things, right? And how we can reveal those programmings is to be honest and open and authentic and vulnerable with ourselves, right? We've got to start peeling back the layers. And the only way that we peel back the layers is to be honest. So I want you to honestly answer that question to yourself, because I know for me, catch me even, I wanted to say a year ago, but if you would have caught me probably like 2 months ago, I'd have been like, oh, I want $1 million. That's what I want, or whatever. It probably wouldn't have been $1 million. It probably would have been a little bit, it would probably have been more than that. But it would have been money. It'd have been money. I'd have asked for money. And then I'm sitting here now, like, what you asking for money for? Because the thing is that you've got to understand there will be decisions that you have to make. That money comes in, you got decisions already. Multiple decisions. Where you're going to put it, what you're going to do, how you're going to invest it, how you're going to do this, what are you going to spend it on? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do like all these decisions that you have to make? And if it isn't where you have exercised that muscle of discernment and you are not equipped with that wisdom and you don't even know where to go to, you're going to have some problems on your hands. You know how they used to say more money, more problems? That's because they ain't had the wisdom. Because it really shouldn't be where you have problems with more money. So that's the thing. So that's what I would have. I would have asked for that, right? So, but I ain't asking for that no more. I'm like, Lord, give me all the wisdom you can. Dump it in. I want the wisdom, Lord. Don't give me the look. I know that with the wisdom, and you're gonna see that, right? Because I'm gonna keep reading, but you're gonna see this with the wisdom. And with that, and with seeking God for everything, you get everything that it is that you wanted. And it's just sometimes it's mind blowing to me. And this is why I know I've said this before, but the more, and I'm learning this, the more you let go of the things that you're holding on to and the things that you think you need so desperately, right? The things that you're just like, oh my gosh, I really, really need it. I really, really want it, or I don't want to let this go. The more you let go and you loosen your grip of it, and you just like, the moment that it leaves your hands, I promise you, you're going to get it right back. But you got to let it go first. The more that you're holding on to it, we think that it's like the more I hold on to it and the tighter my grip is, it won't go anywhere. Like I'm going to keep it. 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 And the more you're doing this, the more it's seeping right through your arms. You're losing it. And that is like, I know it's counterintuitive. It doesn't really make sense, but it really does make all the sense in the world. The tighter you grab onto something, the faster you lose it. The more you loosen your grip, the more you receive. This is how things work. So you've got to, whatever it is that you've been holding on to for dear life, the thing that you need the most. For me, y'all know it's been money. It's been money. The thing that I've always felt like I needed. I need this. I need to amass this. Whatever it is for you, identify that thing and start releasing it. How can you start releasing it? How can you, in the physical, demonstrate that, look, I don't need this. I don't need it. All I need is you. How can you start loosening your grip on what it is that you've been holding on so tight? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So, but then, okay, so verse 7, we've got, so he said, ask for whatever it is that you want me to give you, right? And here he goes, verse 7, he's like, look, he was talking about his father. But then he says, but I'm only a little child, and I do not know how to carry out my duties. So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. That's where we need to be, y'all. And this is what I'm saying when I say that the deeper I get into this and the more that I understand that I don't know anything at all, This is it. When he says, I don't know how to carry out my duties, I don't know how to carry out my duties. Even though you are leading me, even though you have a plan for me, even though you got all this stuff just planned, I don't even know. Leave it up to me. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up. Like I'm gonna get off track. I'm gonna be doing something different. Something else gonna catch my eye, and I'm gonna think that this is the right opportunity. I'm gonna step off, and because it looks good, and then I'm gonna set myself back. I'm gonna do that. Don't leave it up to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know enough. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to. I'm not trusting myself. I'm not trusting myself. So that's where I want us to be. And so after this, right? This is the thing. He asked for, so he's asking for discernment. He's asking for wisdom. And then we have now verse 10 and 11, right? So it says the Lord was pleased that he asked for this. So that's verse 10. So that pleased him that, okay, so you're asking for discernment, you're asking for wisdom over all these things that you could have asked for. And he says that, so God said to him, since you have asked for this and not for long life or wealth for yourself, nor have you asked for the death of your enemies, but for discernment and administering justice, I will do what you have asked. So he's like, okay, you're asking for this. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. But then I want y'all to see that he takes it even a step further, right? A step further. He's like, ha, wait a minute. I'm going to give you what you asked, but at the same time, right? So I'm going to give you a wise, I'm going to give you a discerning heart, but at the same time, there we go. At the same time, here it is on 13. So 1 Kings 3:13. Moreover, I will give you what you have not asked for. What? What? So both wealth and honor, so that in your lifetime you will have no equal among kings. This is what I'm saying, y'all. Loosen up your grip, let it go. And I'm telling you, you can't tell me that Solomon didn't want a long life. Yeah, he did. Who doesn't want a long life, right? We want these things. We desire these things. But it has to be, and I tell you this, if you allow yourself, and this is where I'm in the process of, and I can only use me, right? I've asked for it. I've asked to be broken, but I will continue to be broken. And this is one of the things that I got during my time with God, of just asking, asking questions, because I genuinely do not know. I want to ask questions. I want to get the answers. And one of the things that I receive is that, look, I'm going to continue to break you until you trust me. But this is what I asked for. And this is the thing, that when you are now seeking him above all else, right? Right? Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. This is where it kicks in. You've got to understand that he comes first. He comes first. I'm seeking you first because I do not know. This is where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't trust myself anymore with making decisions. I don't know what the heck I was doing before. I don't know what I was doing. But honestly, it scares me that I was up there making decisions. I was making movements. I was doing the things. I was moving. I was just taking opportunities. I was doing this. I was there. I was here. I was there. I was everywhere. And didn't once consult. That should scare you. I don't want to go down that path no more. I don't know what I'm doing. So since I don't know what I'm doing, I know that you know best. You can see things that I can't see. You can see around the corner. You can see a year from now. You can see 2 years, 3 years. You can see my whole lifetime. You know what's best for me. So why in the world would I not seek you first in every single thing that I do? That shouldn't even be something that we would have to be told. But since we are, it's there. It's there. And it's true. and it's real. And that's something that I want you to conceptualize. Like that is not a rule, right? That's not a rule. That's not something to confine you and to put you in a box. It's not something to limit your free will. It's not any of that. It's just understanding that you don't have all the answers. You don't. That's why people have coaches, right? You have coaches for business. You have coaches for sports. You have coaches for life. You have all these different coaches, right? Because you feel like you don't have the answers. Honey, so why is it so hard for you to go seek God in situations? Sometimes we've made it so easy for us to go and seek out other people, and we're asking mommy and we're asking daddy and we're asking our spouse, we're asking our friends, we're asking all these other people, we're asking our coaches what we should do, and we're not asking the one who has all the answers. Why? So this is the first place that I want y'all to go to. It's just like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. So let me go ask. I have a decision to make. Let me go ask. I have this programming that I've identified that I don't want anymore. Let me go ask. These are the things I want to, that's how we exercise that muscle. And so when we're talking about choices that we're making in each day, whether it be small, whether it be big, whether it be medium, no matter what it is, start exercising that. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go seek him. What should I do? What do you think I should do? And sometimes you'll get hit, and that's what happened. I had a decision to make last week, and I got hit with, girl, use your discernment. And I'm like, no, you did. Why can't you just tell me the answer? Like yes or no? Like what you want me to do? Can you tell me yes or no? And sometimes you'll get hit with that. Sometimes it will be clear. Sometimes it'll be like, no, I don't want you to do that. Nope. And then you can take it for face value. Sometimes you need to ask for signs. You can ask for signs if you need to strengthen that muscle, which I know I do. I ask for signs when I'm like, look, give me a sign so I know for sure. So whatever it is that you need to ask for, then ask for it. You'll get it. But sometimes I would tell you, sometimes it's not that clear. Sometimes it's not where you're just going to get a yes or a no. And then automatically you're like, okay, I know what I should do. No, sometimes it's like, look, you got to use your discernment on this one. If you reach deep down, you know the answer already. So I'm going to leave it up to you. And that's what you'll get sometimes. And I don't want you to shy away from that. If you get that, don't shy away from it. Lean into it. It may be uncomfortable, but I want you to lean into it. Be still with yourself. And I promise you, if he gave you that and he's saying use your discernment, honey, you already know the answer. So you just got to be real. You got to be open with yourself. You got to peel back those layers. You got to be vulnerable, and you just got to let it be. Be real with yourself. Be honest. Don't allow fear to dictate your decisions, because sometimes we can't be real and honest with ourselves because we're fearful of us saying no to that opportunity. What will happen if we say no? What's going to happen? We can't see the other side. So we don't really want to be real about it. It's like, yeah, I got an icky feeling about it, but because I can't put my finger on why I feel that way, and because I can't sit there and explain why I feel that way, then I'm going to go with, I'm going to take it. Forget this feeling. It's all right. It's just because I'm nervous. It's a little nerves. So I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity. Don't do that. Don't do that. What I want you, and I'm going to end on this, what I want you to know is that no is a complete sentence. Okay? You do not have to know why. You do not have to put the dots together. You don't have to sit there and explain yourself to anybody. You don't have to worry about explaining yourself to yourself or anybody else. You don't have to. So if you feel something and you are leaning in and you're like, oh, it looks great. And I promise you it'll be a great opportunity. I see how it can further me. I see how it can bring all this stuff. It's really good. And actually, I do need it right now. Or I do think I need it right now. Because right, you don't need nothing. But I do think I need it right now. But I don't feel good about it. Something just ain't right. Something just ain't right. Lean into that. Trust that. That something that isn't right is all that you need. You don't need any further, nothing. You don't need anything. It's just not, that's not for me. That's it. Y'all think about, and I'm going to leave you with it. Y'all think about it, because I had to think about it, right? As many relationships as you probably had, right? What would have happened if you would have just leaned into what you felt in the beginning? Just like, you know, we all get red flags. We all get these things of just like, that didn't rub me right. I don't like that. But a lot of times we say, you know what? Well, they're a person, you know, we've got to learn each other, this, that, and the other. And so it's okay. It'll get better. Things will get better. And a lot of times it plays out to where what we felt in the beginning only get magnetized going forward. And then we end up, you know, it doesn't work. And then it's just like, darn, I should have paid attention to what I felt in the beginning. Start paying attention. Start leaning in. Start listening. That still small voice. It is not that big, loud. Everything else is loud. So that's why you got to quiet things down. But start leaning in. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? What do you feel? That is this in alignment with who you are and who you want to be? Start questioning those things and start being picky. Yeah, I want y'all to walk around with some confidence, because that's what you got it. You got everything working for you. You got everything that you need. Everything that you could possibly desire is already there. It's in your bank account. It's in that magical bank account that we talked about. It's there for withdrawal. So you got to start walking around like you own it, because you do. All right. So I'm going to end on that. Loosen your grip, lean in, pay attention. All right. And stop being thirsty. Stop being thirsty. Don't be thirsty. If I catch y'all being thirsty, I'm telling you, stop it. Stop it. So I'm going to catch y'all next Wednesday, same time. You know, we are here. So I'm sorry. Yes to leaning into it. We got to lean into it. Yes. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Hey. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I can't emphasize that enough. You need it. So lean in and see if it's in alignment and go from there. All right. I will see you guys. Have a beautiful day, an amazing day. You guys will be where you need to be at the right time, at the right place. Things are happening now, even if you don't see it. Things are aligning. Things are happening. You got to believe it. You got to believe it. All right. So believe it today. All right. Okay. So I will talk to y'all next Wednesday. Bye-bye.